honestly, Simpson, I think, did a great job, and we got out of today what we needed to get out of today. They shot the ball extremely well, especially in the first half, and we need to do a better job of just simple recognition. I don't know. I think we're going to get a lot of really good film to be able to see some of those things. You know, we need to continue to box out a little bit better. But in that third quarter, the ball tends to find you when you bring the aggressiveness, and that's what I really, really liked about our team. We kind of started to turn the knife. We started attacking more. I think in their press, we got open threes. We didn't need to take open threes. We were 11 for 19 between Lizzie and Sarah inside. If you do that, you go inside, well, all of a sudden things change. So in the second half, we had 26 points in the paint, and we shoot 57% from three. So amazing how that can happen. But really proud of the overall effort from our team, but also really happy that we were really challenged today by Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson made you work a little on defense too. They're so patient in their offense. I think you probably saw some coverages that you got to work on as you get ready to play Iowa State, who's going to do kind of the same thing. They're used to working against the 2-3 zone. Maddie, in the third quarter, put the ball on the floor. She's so effective when she does that, and there's a lot more O-boards to get. How about Sarah Ryan? She's wonderful around the basket. That freshman doing a lot for you right now.
Exactly. And you know what's really nice is that you're playing a team in Simpson who really does move the ball well, and you can't scout for it because you don't have film from this season. So you can go over as much as you want, but it's really about how well we can adjust. Because every game you go into, you're not going to have a scouting report that you're going to know every single set that they're going to run. You know, you're not going to know every single play that they're going to do. You might get to a point where you've played a team a couple times and you know them a little better than others. But the reality is we're playing Iowa State next Sunday, and we don't know what they're going to run against us. So you have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to adjust. That's what we've got to take out of this game is, okay, once it's happened once, then we've got to be able to be smart enough to not happen again. And that's where I think those are the big things that we've got to take away today.
I think sometimes as fans, we take Lizzie Wendell for granted. Obviously, I know you don't. I mean, she just looks on a completely different level of anyone else. 33 points that almost at times look effortless. You've got to be excited at where her game is at heading into game number one.
Well, you know what will be really interesting, though, is to see how many of her points came off of assists, because I think people are doing a great job of setting her up. Now, she's not going to be able to get easy open looks a lot. Like, she just won't be able to, but when she does, she's able to knock them down. But the more that everybody else can kind of do their part, the more she benefits from it. She's a fantastic player. But you know what's even better than even the offensive end is really the defensive end, the way that she's rebounding the basketball, the way she's going after loose balls, the way she's a little bit more active on defense this year. Those are the kinds of things that are really going to start to separate her as a player.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we mentioned Sarah Ryan, but you two, ironically, you and Molly both said the same things about we're going to see a tremendous amount of improvement from her, but she could cause some matchup problems for some players. She's so athletic, and we saw it here today, well, especially running the court.
How about the catch in the full court that she had from Caitlin?
And she finished for a freshman to take that, get bumped, and to finish, I think, at least 3 times.
That
was impressive.
I know. That was really impressive. And then the other end, though, it comes and it kind of goes right through her hands on a steal, and you're like, okay, how did you just catch that?
Right.
And then,
but
that's the freshman.
Right.
That's where all of a sudden you forget that she's only a freshman and she's still trying to adjust. But I think already from the first game to the second game, defensively and her adjustments defensively were night and day different. So I thought she just had an overall really great game today, and really most of her mistakes come from her hesitation. Once she kind of starts to play a little bit more, and she's going to get thrown into the fire, obviously, but things are going to come for her.
For the first time in 3 years, your team had 2 exhibition games prior to game number 1. Happy with what transpired the last 2 games, and now you got 1 week to get ready for the opener.
Well, you know, we got to work on man defense, we got to work on zone defense, we got to work on going against a press, so we got to work on all those different things. We got to go against 2 teams that can shoot the ball extremely well, which is hard for us to be able to cover. So in those things, absolutely. We didn't play 2 teams that were alike at all, and that's what I think was probably the best thing out of our exhibition games. But we also learned that we're human, and we've got to bring it every day. We've got to stay focused, we've got to stay locked in, and we've got to get better.
You're going to have to bring it against ISU, and they're getting votes right now in the AP Top 25, November 15th at 2 p.m. I know you'd love to see this Knapp Center all blue. Right?
I would love to see it all blue.
There will be some red and gold here, but what can people kind of look forward to as we try to really fill the Knapp Center for that game?
You know, we've got to get better, and we're going to play the state of Iowa basketball, hardcore, blue collar. We've got to be tough. We've got to be extremely tough because they have great size, they have great athleticism. They have some great guard play like they always traditionally do. So it's not even preparing as much for them as it is we've got to bring our A game. I mean, we don't have a choice. So we've got to continue to get better this week so that on next Sunday we're ready to go, we're focused and we're dialed in, and we're going to give them our best shot.
Okay, Coach. Well, thank you very much. We will see you next Sunday. Actually, see you tomorrow night as we debut our coaches show this year. Congratulations on the 2 exhibition games, and we'll see you next Saturday or Sunday.
Yes, I know. Well, I keep fumbling over here too, Rick, but we're going to get it. It's exhibition, right? It's exhibitions, and then it's the real thing will be awesome. So thanks so much, you guys. Go Bulldogs.
All right, the head coach.